The community is asking questions after a racially charged incident in a local school, how officials are responding. And hundreds joined together to clean up the county, what projects they worked on. And in sports, the Columbus Blue Jackets could be on the brink of elimination. Newswatch starts right now.
Broadcasting live from WOUB TV in Athens, this is Newswatch.
An Ohio executive order could improve compliance with gun background check reporting. Good evening, I'm Lily Bradley. Thanks for joining us. Ohio Governor John Kasich signed the order today. He's asking a committee to study how police departments and clerks of court are reporting information that could stop someone from buying a gun. Kasich also wants the state auditor to include reporting in regular audits of local governments. Right now, Kasich is pushing a package of gun control efforts in the legislature. The push includes a red flag law for people showing signs of violence. Police say separate shootings killed 3 men in Columbus over the weekend. 2 unidentified victims were found shot to death in a car 7:30 Saturday. An hour later, Larry Dayton was found after reports of a shooting inside a house. There have been 31 homicides this year, which is slightly behind last year's record pace of killings. Authorities say a Kentucky police officer shot and wounded a person who shot another person. An official says 2 people are in critical condition. 2 officers had responded to a report of an altercation. The official says the officers confronted the suspect, who was then shot. Police have not released details on the events that led to the shooting. Parents and community members are expressing their concern after an Athens high school student's suspension. Isaiah Butcher, a black student, was suspended after a fight with a white student. Butcher says the student hurled racial slurs and objects at him earlier in the week. His parents say this is not the first time he has experienced discrimination. School Board Superintendent Tom Gibbs responded to the concerns in a letter and at a school board meeting.
I want to be honest with you. I cried today. I was so upset by this. I cried today. This should not be happening, and it certainly should not be happening in Athens, Ohio.
Head to our website, woub.org, for more on the information into school officials' investigations. The move-in date for the new Mary Hill Center in Nelsonville. It will open September 1st in the old doctor's building. A $4 million renovation includes all new roofing and new heating, venting, and cooling system. Hopewell Health Center joins integrated services in occupying Mary Hill Center. The 2 nonprofits provide services to clients with developmental and mental health disabilities. You may have noticed our town looks a bit cleaner today. The sparkle is all thanks to the hundreds of people who took part in Athens Beautification Day. Yesterday's event was the biggest turnout in the history of Beautification Day, and it wasn't easy as the workers cleaned up trash, planted flowers, spread mulch, and worked on more than 60 projects throughout the county.
Nearly 1,000 community members and Ohio University students volunteered for the 14th annual Athens Beautification Day. Elisa Hill, the director of the program, said the event has grown over the years.
We have projects going on from Nelsonville to right up here on Court Street, and it's really to kind of integrate the campus university community at Ohio University with the Athens community outside of the campus bubble.
At a local church, volunteers pulled weeds, collected trash, and spread mulch.
I think if you help beautify the county, then you're more willing to keep it beautiful by restraining yourself when you have that urge to toss something out the window or to leave something behind you. I think if you see an area that's cleaned up, you're less likely to trash it yourself.
One of the nearly 60 projects that took place for Athens Beautification Day happened here at the First United Methodist Church, and another at the Dairy Barn Cultural Arts Center, where more than 100 volunteers came to help out. Jane Forrest Redfern, the executive director of the Dairy Barn Arts Center, says she is grateful for the work on the large property.
It would take our staff, hours and hours to be able to do it, where they come and enjoy themselves, they get some sunshine, meaningful work, and to be able to support a historic place here in Athens.
Ohio University students cleared hundreds of bricks from the field behind the barn and sorted them for reuse.
This year's Beautification Day was also held on Earth Day. Now, Beautification Day is the largest day of community service in the county.
Our warm weather is on the way this weekend. We will see some of these warmer temperatures as we move in through the weekend, but we need to get through this rainy, gross weather we're going to see today into tomorrow as well. Right now in Athens, we're looking at 57 degrees. It is relatively warm out. I know we are looking at those nasty rain showers. They're going to carry out through the rest of the night tonight. Right now around the region, relatively warm, definitely nicer than we have been seeing. 57 in Athens, like I said, 58 down in Ironton, with rain around the region for most people. Cambridge did see a really nice day today with 72 as our high. As I said, tonight we will see those rain showers carry all over into the evening and into the early morning tomorrow. Yeah, 58 degrees by 9 p.m. By midnight, we will see 54. Rain starting to slow down a little bit, but by 4 a.m., the rain's going to pick right back up with a high of 50 or a low of 54 degrees tonight, which is relatively nice, Lily.
Relatively nice. Not looking forward to that rain, though. Thanks, Adriana. Omega Phi Psi hosted their 4th annual Black Men of Excellence Award ceremony. Newswatch reporter Eric Threet II explains why the ceremony is about more than just awards.
Say that you don't want me. Say that you don't need me.
Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated hosted the 4th annual Black Men of Excellence Awards ceremony, where they recognized 4 black men for their achievements this school year.
And I think it's good. It speaks volumes. I think the young men who received the awards feel good, and other people in the audience who are saying, I wish I could do that.
The fraternity presented awards to Javon Hagan for athletic achievement, Joseph Boma for campus involvement, Krishawn Cole as Mr. Congeniality, and Avery Pope honored for performing arts. Pope spoke on what black excellence means.
Black excellence to me is just, excelling in what you have. Our melanin is our power. And even though it's dangerous for some other people, it's a perk for us sometimes.
Black excellence has many forms, and it emerges through many paths. It was no different for this year's keynote speaker, Percy Miller, better known as Master P. He shared his definition of success and what the audience has to do to attain it.
If somebody had a dream and said, I'm going to be the best. You're going to be the best student, you're going to be the best teacher, you're going to be the best doctor, the best lawyer. You have to put in that work and you have to sacrifice.
But this event is more than just awards and prestigious keynote speakers. It's about getting rid of the negative connotations associated with black men and creating an image that they are proud of.
Most of the time, you hear about the negative things that black men are doing. So to see that they're doing excellent things and to promote the excellent things that they're doing and then to set that as an example is something that's very important for my organization.
With WOUB News, I'm Eric Threet II.
Thanks, Eric. A shooting suspect causing a business and schools to close is in custody. Plus, Trump tweets up another storm over the weekend, who he called out, next on Newswatch.
We are here for the same reason, although I suspect we hope for different results.
You know what they say, yeah. The wicked get no rest.
I do not admire you for this.
Looking at my heart in a place.
It's always sex, isn't it?
Got so much to lose.
Love.
So much to prove.
For judgment.
We are not amused.
God. Trouble on my left, trouble on my right. I've been facing trouble on my side.
This is how you'll be a man.
Are you becoming squeamish?
Oh, God, your mother's here.
The lesbians. They're getting married. You're having a great time.
God, don't let me lose my mind.
Onward and onward!
Good ideas open up a whole new world of possibilities.
The more you know about history, the more you know about yourself.
The sky's the limit.
Where I go, there you are.
The Waffle House shooting suspect is in custody tonight. 29-year-old Travis Ranking surrendered when Nashville narcotics detectives assisting in the manhunt spotted him in a grove tree near an elementary school around 1 p.m. Ranking had been on the run since opening fire on a Tennessee Waffle House with an AR-15 style assault rifle around 3:30 Sunday morning, killing 4 and wounding 4 more.
Once he was in custody, the detectives went, cut off the backpack off of him because he was in cuffs. When they looked into the backpack, they saw a silver Kimber semi-automatic weapon with .45 caliber ammunition, a flashlight, and a holster on his person.
Ranking was brought to a local police station where he immediately demanded a lawyer, refusing to make any other statement. 9 people are dead and more than a dozen are injured after a van struck pedestrians in Toronto. According to the Toronto Police Service, the crash happened at a busy intersection earlier this afternoon. A witness says the vehicle was traveling at a high speed on the sidewalk when it hit the pedestrians. Police did arrest a suspect, but have not released any details about the arrest. A Senate committee is voting on Mike Pompeo's nomination for Secretary of State. Senator Rand Paul switched his vote, which put Pompeo on track for committee approval. But the head of the CIA could still face a historic snub from the Senate Foreign Relations Committee. The committee is not expected to approve him, something that has never happened for a Secretary of State nominee. President Trump faces a crucial week of diplomacy. There's a lot on his agenda, including the fate of the Iran nuclear deal, the future of U.S. troops in Syria, and the rapidly evolving talks with North Korea. However, the president's focus on Twitter this weekend was on settling scores and lashing out at critics. Caitlin Collin reports.
President Trump pushing back on reports that his longtime personal attorney Michael Cohen, who is under criminal investigation, could turn on him and cooperate with prosecutors.
He stands up for people in his inner circle and people he knows when he thinks they're being treated unfairly.
The president accusing the New York Times and others of going out of their way to destroy his relationship with Cohen in the hope that he will flip. Trump adding, "I don't see Michael doing that." President Trump also unloading more than 24 other tweets over the weekend, launching a new round of attacks at fired FBI Director James Comey in a move to discredit Special Counsel Robert Mueller's Russia investigation.
I think that we all have frustration that we believe that the scope has gone well beyond what was intended to be investigations into meddling in the election.
The president repeatedly declaring the investigation into collusion between the Trump campaign and Russia a witch hunt, and questioning the basis of Mueller's investigation, alleging Comey illegally leaked classified information in order to generate a special counsel, and that the Russia probe was established based on an illegal act. After he was fired by Mr. Trump last May, Comey testified before the Senate about his decision to have a friend leak his memos to the media.
I asked him to because I thought that might prompt the appointment of a special counsel.
But last week, the former FBI director told CNN he still thinks it was the right thing to do.
I was in a position, given what I knew, to do something that would be useful and important, and so I did it.
Sources tell CNN the Department of Justice Inspector General is now looking into Comey's handling of the memos. All this ahead of President Trump's expected summit with North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un. The president writing in part, "Wow, we haven't given up anything, and they've agreed to denuclearization. So great for the world, site closure, and no more testing." But while South Korea has said Pyongyang is willing to talk about denuclearization, North Korean officials have not agreed to that, instead saying they would halt missile testing and close one nuclear facility. This as the Wall Street Journal reports that the president will urge North Korea to act quickly to dismantle its nuclear arsenal before receiving any relief from U.S. sanctions.
Today, the president and first lady are hosting French President Emmanuel Macron. the salad E. coli epidemic hits here in Ohio. That story still ahead.
And we're looking at a rainy evening ahead tonight with some drier conditions on the way and even some 70s in the forecast. We'll talk about that and more up next on Newswatch.
I don't mind saying it.
Now you look like an astronaut.
My dream is to walk on the moon.
2, 1.
Look at this place.
It's a crazy design.
It's nearly impossible.
What is the next step toward furthering our presence in the cosmos?
That was something.
Oh, this is incredible.
Very, very scary.
Reality is always more unbelievable than anything we could have imagined.
We're literally on the cutting edge.
Unreal.
Hi, I'm Hari Srinivasan from the PBS NewsHour.
And I'm Mark Brewer from WOUB.
Join me on PBS NewsHour and PBS NewsHour Weekend for the latest news and analysis of the issues that matter most to you.
Weeknights at 7 p.m. and Sundays at 5 right here on WOUB Public Media.
Welcome back to the Newswatch Weather Center. I'm forecaster Adriana Davies, and right now in Athens, we're looking at a temperature right around 57 degrees. Mostly cloudy skies, and that rain is going to stick around throughout the evening tonight with the wind from the east-southeast at 8 miles an hour. Relatively warmer than we have been seeing today, 57 in Athens, 68 up in Newark, and 72 over in Cambridge. And the rain showers are relatively widespread for the area. Like I said, they will persist throughout the evening. Today we saw a high of 69 degrees and the normal is right around 68. So we're definitely getting back into these seasonable temperatures, which is exciting. I know everyone is over the cold, and I'm almost 100% sure we will not see any more snow, which is really exciting if you ask me. For tonight, we're looking at that persistent rain. Like I said, it's just going to stick around through the evening, make things a little bit cooler, but not too cold. Like I said, no more snow. And into Tuesday, we will see those rain showers stick around for just a little bit longer, but Wednesday is definitely looking to be relatively nice. By 8 p.m. or 9 p.m., excuse me, sorry, 58 degrees. Those rain showers lingering, like I said. By midnight, 54 degrees, and then by 4 a.m. that 54 will carry over and rain showers again through the evening. Our tonight lows, we're going to see 54 down in Jackson, 52 up in Newark, 53 over in Columbus, and rain again. As for tonight, 54 as our low in Athens, those cloudy conditions throughout the evening with an east wind at 5 to 10 miles an hour. But for our Tuesday, 53 degrees, this cold front's definitely going to cool some things off for us, but not nearly as cool as before. 55 down in Ironton and 50 up in Columbus. As for our Tuesday, high 53 degrees, rain showers, and then that east wind at 5 to 10 miles an hour yet again. For our 7-day forecast, we're looking at a crazy weather week yet again here in Ohio. 53, like I said, on Tuesday, 59 degrees by Wednesday, and we will see a little bit of a warm up as we move throughout the weekend. And then I'm standing in front of the most exciting news of the week. That's 78 degrees on Monday with those sunny conditions. And look at that, no lows below freezing for the next week, which I am super excited about here in Athens. Nick?
Finally, some warm weather. Let's hop right into sports. Good evening, everyone. I'm Nick Orsini. And tonight's sports, a full weekend recap from Ohio athletics. Plus, it is do or die time for the Columbus Blue Jackets. I'll preview tonight's Game 6 and more when Newswatch returns. And be sure to stay tuned to WOUB. Here's a look at what's coming up tonight on your public television station.
Feel my face anymore.
You're doing good. You're just a little slow.
Welcome to madness.
I'm expecting the unexpected.
The chicken feet really put me in a foul mood.
Join us for Family Ingredients Season 2.
Show me your mayonnaise, and I'll tell you who you are.
I can't wait to have a taste.
Now that's crispy.
Hello, I'm Paula Kerger, president of PBS. I'd like to tell you about a terrific new membership benefit called PBS Passport. With a qualifying donation, Passport brings more than 1,000 hours of great PBS and local programming to your computer, phone, or digital media player. You can catch up on shows you may have missed or revisit some of your favorites. The best part is that you can watch whenever you want. When you make your qualifying donation, you'll help to make all of the programs you love on this station possible, so don't delay. I know that you're going to love PBS Passport, so please make that donation right now. And thank you for your support.
Welcome back. I'm Nick Orsini. For the second game in a row, the Ohio baseball team overcame a Kent State lead in Sunday's rubber match to earn the victory 6-4 and the series win over the Golden Flashes. Ohio took a series from Kent State for the third time in the last 4 years and the second time in 4 years at Kent. The Golden Flashes won the opener 5-3, but the Bobcats erased a 3-0 lead with a 5-3 victory of their own in 12 innings, and Ohio returns to play tomorrow afternoon with a cross-state trip to Dayton, and first pitch is set for 3 p.m. And the Ohio softball team picked up another Mid-American Conference Series victory over rival Miami. The Bobcats won the first game on Friday 10-4, then split the doubleheader on Saturday to seal the series. The first game of the doubleheader, the Bobcats won a 1-0 game in 11 innings, and then dropped the second game 5-3 in 12 innings. The Bobcats return to Athens for a midweek matchup with the Marshall Thundering Herd tomorrow. First pitch is set for 5 p.m. And the Ohio women's golf team wrapped up MAC championships at Naperville Country Club on Sunday. The Bobcats finished in 8th place after shooting a tournament total 957. And Kent State won the team championship for a 20th straight year after finishing 11 under par. And senior Lily Pendy was named the 2018 MAC Sportswoman of the Year, and it's the 5th time in the past 7 years that a Bobcat has earned the MAC Sportswoman of the Year honors. And Ohio track and field athletes had arguably their biggest meet of the season over the weekend. Newswatch at Noon reporter Tyler Corbett recaps Ohio track and field's weekend at the Jesse Owens Classic at Ohio State.
Jesse Owens is an iconic name. Any event named after him is likely to draw a crowd. The Jesse Owens Classic, hosted by Ohio State, did just that. Over 50 teams participated, bringing out the best for those who competed, especially Bobcat athletes. Ellen Isaac recorded the Bobcats' only win during the meet, coming in the 5K. Other top performers for the Bobcats were senior Maya Hodge, coming in 10th in the hurdles, Emily Deering, who finished top 10 of the 800, and Marissa Handel, who came in 14th in the 400.
The Bobcats weren't able to record top performances like they were able to during the Cherry Blossom Invitational with personal wins, but here the Bobcats are taking on some of the best athletes in the area, in the conference, and in the region. And taking on the best talent makes you better, and it'll definitely be great for the Bobcats going forward.
50 teams, including almost every single MAC school, and a few Big Ten schools were at the event as well. Earlier in the season, head coach Clay Calkins explained how negative weather affects the team.
You can't get fully warmed up and prep for especially the short sprints. That's where it affects you the most in a negative manner. The distance athletes can respond pretty well in inclement weather.
Luckily, for this Ohio meet, weather was not an issue. Both solid weather and solid competition made for a good weekend for the Bobcats. They're in action next week when they travel to both Hillsdale College and Miami University. For Newswatch at noon, I'm Tyler Corbett.
For more information about the Jesse Owens Classic, visit our website, woub.org. After losing 2 games on their home ice, the Washington Capitals have rattled off 3 wins in a row, 2 in overtime to push the Columbus Blue Jackets to the brink of elimination. The Blue Jackets played arguably their best game of the series in Game 5, but they came up empty-handed. And Saturday marked the first time in this series that the home team won, with the Capitals winning 4-3 in overtime, thanks to Nicholas Backstrom. If the Jackets win, Game 7 will be back in Washington with the time to be announced. And puck drop for tonight is set for 7:30 p.m. Now I'm Nick Orsini, and that is a wrap for sports tonight. Back to you, Lily.
Thanks, Nick. The royal family officially welcomed baby number 3 into the world this morning. Now the question on everyone's mind is, what is the baby boy's name? The Duchess of Cambridge gave birth to the baby boy earlier today at 11:01 London time. The baby weighed in at 8 pounds, 7 ounces. Both mother and son are said to be doing well. The baby boy is 5th in line to the British throne. Let's take a final look at weather with Adriana.
Thanks, Lily. And tonight in Athens, we're looking at that 54 degrees, relatively warm for our low, which I'm very excited about. We are going to see some rain showers throughout the evening and into tomorrow morning as well. Mostly cloudy skies with that rain, east from 5 to 10 miles an hour winds tonight, and our tomorrow is looking beautiful as well. 53 degrees. Rain showers are going to persist through the morning, but they will taper off as we move throughout the midday. East winds at 5 to 10 miles an hour as well. Our week ahead is looking to be a beautiful one compared to what we've been seeing. Friday, we're looking at 65 degrees. Into Saturday, this weekend is going to be very spring-like, and that beautiful 78 degrees on Monday. No cold temperatures in this forecast, which I'm excited about, and some nice high pressure will persist, bringing these clear, sunny skies for our weekend as well. Hopefully you're going to get outside and enjoy the beautiful weather this weekend, Lily.
I know I am. I'm sure everyone is really excited about those warm temperatures. Thanks, Adriana. Well, that does it for our broadcast this evening. Thanks for watching. I'm Lily Bradley. Stay tuned for the PBS NewsHour coming up next. And remember, you can find the latest news anytime at woub.org. Have a great night.